Does Jared Cannonier as an opponent help keep you on your toes? Like when you look at him, do you see things to, be fearful of, be wary of? Like, is he a guy that kind of brings that kind of fear element a little bit to keep you on your toes?
No, fear, just, he requires the best of me, that's for sure. He requires the best of me. He's not there for nothing, we fought pretty much the same guys. He lost to the same guys I've lost, basically. He's there, man. Like, he's too good, but like, it excites me. I called this fight right after my last fight.
Yeah.
And he's the only one left in the top 5. So now I'm knocking out all of the 5. I mean Pereira, but now he's going up. He was just shortly in the middleweight division.
Mm-hmm.
But so no, he definitely requires the best of me, and I'm excited because he's gonna give me a chance to show all my improvements, even from my last fight. I believe like it's almost been like a long camp, and this is gonna be like where I'm gonna really peak, or even my last one before. These were like 2 camps that I've done in Vegas. The last one was, I've said it even before, it was a lot of like changing, and was a transitioning moment for a lot of things. So I feel like on this fight I will peak even for my last one.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Oliveira went out there and got back in winning ways in absolute style, as we saw. Clearly dominated Beneil Dariush from start to finish. Went out there, landed a beautiful head kick. As always, super aggressive, okay? Not fighting like a guy that recently lost his belt. Not fighting like a guy that was under a lot of pressure. Fighting like a guy that's an absolute killer, that wanted to make a statement and show the entire world that he truly is the champion of the world. In his own mind, he felt like the champion, and the crowd in Vancouver, when he said who's the champion, gave him a massive applause. So to a lot of people, Charles Oliveira is the people's champion, and to get a title shot, he had to make a statement. He did that. He finished Dariush, who was on an 8-fight winning streak, and I think the next fight that's going to happen is Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira, Do Bronx, the rematch, number 2 in Abu Dhabi, going down in October. That is what Charles wants. That's probably what Islam Makhachev wants.
Big title fight on Friday. I know you've been waiting for this moment for a while now. Talk to me about how you feel, how excited you are to get back in there on Friday.
Thank you, guys. Stay here. I feel great. It's a fantastic moment for me, for my career. It's very important for my career take this belt and this moment. I feel this is the moment. It's a great moment for me, for my life, for my family. I'm waiting for the Saturday night, for the Friday night.
But who would be the dream fight for you in that top 10?
I think I'd want to fight Matt Schnell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, mostly. He was supposed to fight Dvorak anyway, and a long time ago, or not that long ago, he had a fight, and he walked out to my walkout song. So I got to take that one back.
I like it. I like it. Super, super bad blood.
So it was just what these guys had gone through, and similar to last week when I was talking about Cody Gibson, who I was wrong with I wasn't wrong with how I felt. All the signs were there. He was sucking wind. His voice was hoarse. He was having a really bad weight cut. He was saying things that didn't indicate a very confident man. And he went out there and obviously finished Mondo in the first round by flying knee. Probably so far, obviously Roosevelt 9-second knockout, but the flying knee was beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was a really cool moment there where we talked about adoption, because Cody was adopted. We talked about my 2 boys, and you told me before the show as well that you were.
Jamahal Hill is the most unpolished champion in the organization. Jamahal Hill is the most unpolished champion in the sport, Jamahal Hill is the most unpolished champion of the modern era. Are you ready for that? Now, does that sound like I just insulted him? Because I did not. And I used to do these on Tai Tuivasa. I tell you guys how green he was. This guy's not a black belt anywhere. Tai Tuivasa's knocking guys out. He's got a big win over Derek Lewis, who was the #1 contender on multiple occasions. Tai Tuivasa's out there just a heart, man. He was a modern-day Tank Abbott, just out there fighting. When I talked about he was a blue belt, that he was rough around the edges, it was meant as a compliment because that growing curve is so big. And fighters and athletes, you guys will know exactly what I mean. When you first get into something, ground that you can cover in a very short period of time, right? The ground that you will cover in your first 4 years, you could go another 14 years and you won't cover a quarter of that ground. So when I talk about a guy being raw, Tuivasa, just by example, not having a black belt anywhere, not even having a brown belt anywhere, but he's ranked #4 in the world. I am bragging about a guy. I am talking about, whoa, you've got potential exonified. He's already ranked #4. I say that same thing about Jamahal Hill.
What's up, my guy? How are you, buddy? My brother. Let me get you real quick. How's the mascot? Have you talked to the mascot?
The mascot's good, my man. The mascot's good. It was a skit, and went the way it went, and all as well.
Is he okay?
I spent a lot of time with him afterward. We smoked it out, and everything was great. It was a skit. It was part of the show. Part of the show, my man.
What do you think of the Floyd? What do you think of the Floyd situation?
We gotta go. I don't know.
What's the word of the day?
Listen, man, let's talk about an unhappy moment. No contest. The eye against Nasruddin Imavov, man. Are you okay?
My pride hurts more than anything. 40 fights I've never not been able to continue, but I'll tell you what, fuck you guys. I am not fighting with one eye. That shit's miserable, and yeah, not being able to see is a real fucking thing, so fuck you guys. I'm not getting my rest of my eye cut up, like split off of a headbutt. Fuck that.
Covington and Kamaru Usman.
No, it's not even close because Colby's just one. He can't hurt a fly with. He can't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. You know.
Here we go.
But I will say this: he has insane cardio in the wrestling department, and he could just hug a guy for 15 minutes like nothing happened. And that's just his thing. He has good technique, then he'll just keep doing that. But as far as like hurting, no, Kamal could. He can't wrestle offensively to this guy's degree of wrestling, but Kamal's like right under it. But Kamal has a lot better hands. He has more weapons. Kamal could actually hurt a dude. He's way more intelligent overall in the fighting. That's why he's beating Colby up so easily both times, you know. Kamal is definitely a much better, well-rounded opponent, you know. Mm-hmm. And now he's getting even better. He lost his last fight via head kick, but up to that point, I saw his hands better than I had ever seen him in any fight. So it's like weird that on the fight that I was like, man, this is the best I've ever seen him with his hands against another stand-up guy that's not bad. And then he got clipped, but that's a fight game, you know. But Kamal was definitely just overall better than Colby. Colby's.
Did you get that thing when you lose a couple in a row, and they're decisions, they were all good fights, but do you start to get that thing like, what do I have to do? Or do you start to panic a little bit as it comes into 3? Like, what happens if it becomes 4? How do you stop your mind from rolling down that hill?
A little bit, because initially, before I went through that whole 3-fight losing skid, I had never lost 2 times in a row ever in my life. And so initially, when I lost once, I was like, all right, I'm gonna bounce back the next one because that's just how the math works. And then I lost 2. And then when I lost 2 in a row, I was like, there's no way I could lose 3 in a row. It's impossible. Like quantum physics, whatever. I ain't losing. So I took on the Russian that no one wants to fight. I was like, perfect. It's perfect time to fight him because I can't lose. And then I lost. So yeah, losing 3 is just, I don't know. It does a little something to you mentally. And I had to go do some soul searching and like figure out some things. And really, I don't know, I dug deep, man. I dug deep to like my childhood and just really figured out and found my true purpose.